probably know her from her reputation. And she has the reputation that she has because she did everything she needed to do to stay in power, including having the right lovers. Actually, that was very much a part of her dynasty and her rule. She wasn't really Egyptian. She had some Egyptian in her, but she was the last pharaoh. The last pharaoh of Egypt. Total. Done. Egypt's pharaoh's done. Okay? It's Rome and Egypt. Okay? So she realized she needed Roman support, more specifically Caesar's support. So she had this massive love affair with Caesar. That is what her reputation is for. See, she was significantly connected to these male rulers, and that's actually how she got her power. And she was considered gorgeous and beautiful and witty and cunning, and did what she needed to do to reign over Egypt, and actually they went into exile for a while. So it's just a little bit about her. We're mostly looking at the art. We're looking at history through the context of art. So she has tons of paintings done for her. She's an inspiration to artists and poets to this day. Okay. And this is what she looked like. So they do a CGI of her, which is right here. They're sort of guessing from, she has a coin. This is her famous coin. And her bust, which is an artifact, an artist artifact, and then a painting. And basically, that's what they've come up with, the rendition of how she. So that's all we're going to do on Cleopatra. I could go into it. It's very dramatic, right? Oh, and she died supposedly with snake bites and committed suicide. But you know, when somebody is that powerful and creates wars between countries, I'm sure somebody had it out for her. About the Rosetta Stone real quick, because this is also a link between Egypt and Greece and Rome. It's a huge block, and it was stolen by the British. So it's a remnant of war. Things are, in fact, art mostly is. Almost all art that's in a museum is stolen through war. With some 400 ships that sail across the Mediterranean bound for Egypt. He had a purpose. He wanted to kick the English out of the Eastern Mediterranean and block their lucrative trade with India. Okay, that's just a little history. But he was interested in Egypt itself, which is his idol, Alexander the Great, linked to Cleopatra. His boats and his people, and he went to Egypt, and a lot of them died, and it wasn't very successful. But what he did get out of the trip was that stone. And on that stone are 3 languages, okay? Egyptian hieroglyphs, another language in between that, which is, they have, this actually is an interpret, this is the middle one, which is a language that interprets Egyptian hieroglyphs. So literally, this is how they started to read Egyptian hieroglyphs. And it wasn't until 1700 that they found this, so this entire time they never knew how to read Egyptian hieroglyphs. Interesting? At all. It was just pretty pictures. Nobody knew what it said until this stone. Okay. Now this stone doesn't say anything fancy on it. It's basically a decree, an army decree to its people from the